Hello, my LA TV fans out there and the LA moms out there. I want to first off thank you for your support and for watching and liking and subscribing. There's a lot of things going on in the world, but the one thing that the world seems to have taken a halt for is this thing that's happening in Florida, another unfortunate shooting. I do want to talk about it a little bit. However, in the background, you won't see the stereotypical pictures of the people crying and weeping because there's just too much to see. Sometimes you don't want to see all that, but you still want to keep abreast of what's going on. So this is specifically for the moms who want to stay in the loop of what's going on without hearing all the sadness and the weeping. I want to talk to you guys about this Florida shooting from a mom's point of view, and to say that in today's time it is different and it is scary. It's a big, brave new world out there. I know I'm in my 30s, so when we were children, I'm constantly sure we heard our grandparents and our mothers and other adult figures saying that, in our day, it was hard because we had racism to deal with. We had, I think, integration to deal with and all these other things, trying to get to college and just getting a good job. Yes, it was hard for them too, and it's hard for us as well. It's just the sign of the times. What I'm saying is, I wouldn't be surprised if our amount of scary things that are happening is just the same amount as it was for our parents. However, the things are different though. I think that raising the child at this point in day and age is a little bit scary if you yourself as a parent do not have a handle on who you want to be, where you want to be, and goals and stuff. Saying that meaning because the children, they grow up so fast, so if you are unsure of yourself, of who you are as a woman or a man, and you have children to raise on top of that, your parenting job just got that harder. Or even if you know who you are and are proud of who you are and maybe even come from a strong background, if you have a house and bills and stuff to take care of, unfortunately, money will dictate the majority of your reasoning and your logical choosings, because you have to have a roof over your head. Not saying that you're putting money over family, but the thing is, you do need to have a roof over your head and food on the table, the bare necessities. So sometimes you do tend to put your children on the back burner, even if you don't mean to do it intentionally. You go to work, you have to deal with more adults who unfortunately were brought up with poor parenting, and now they lack communication skills and work ethic. You have to deal with them, plus deal with people on the phone that you may have to call, then come home and be a mom, be a dad, and raise your children and try to find some time for you to unwind. It's like an endless circle if you don't have a schedule. And even if you do have a schedule, it's still kind of tough. What I'm saying is, moms out there and the dads too, being a parent is different. And it can be scary and overwhelming, because now not only do you have to tuck your kids in at night and say their prayers, you also have to go down the list and explain to them drills of what to do when and if your class goes on lockdown, or if a shooter decides to come to the school. It kind of takes the innocence and the joy out of the child. It's kind of like you're double talkie saying, have a good day at school, hope you don't get shot. Those two things are never supposed to come out under the same breath. But here we are in this day and age having to say things like that. Just acknowledge the fact that I'm in the same boat with you. I have a 12-year-old, and I do have a faith that I follow, and I hope you have a faith that you follow too. Put your trust in that, and lead your family in the way that you feel you should go. We have to really be an eye for our children, not only our children, but the other ones who are at the bus stop and the other kids' friends, because we don't know what's going on. And the signs of the times also do show that we really do need one another. We do have a lot of single parents out there who really want that other half to be there to help, but they just don't have it, so they're doing the best they can. Let's try to kind of lower everything about it being just about you, and kind of lend your ear to see what your neighbor's going through. Maybe she just needs some help with the dinner. If you have some dinner left over, maybe you can bring it to him or her. It's small steps, it's just little small things. But I feel that a lot of this could have been prevented had the parents and the people in the neighborhood listened to their inner self and followed those warnings that their children told them. Remember in those interviews, the children were saying that, hey, I remember this kid, or he did this, or used to do that, or on Instagram he took pictures showing this and that. The children did a very good job informing their adult figure, and I applaud those children for telling the adult figure. However, that's when the ball dropped, because the children did the best they could by informing someone older than them and an authoritative figure, but the authoritative figure just swept it under the rug. And that's where I say shame on you parents and adult people, because it's serious out here now. A lot of kids do have issues. So we had to keep that in mind, because on the outside looking in, someone can be picture perfect, but lo and behold, there's a storm going on inside. So having mental issues is not so taboo as people like to let on. This world isn't perfect, so people will have their imperfectnesses, and in their weaknesses is being, could be mental. So what? We have people there to help. That's why people are here to help, psychologists and such. It's okay to acknowledge that there may be something wrong. We shouldn't get so caught up in that. It's apparent that maybe that kid has something going on, but he really didn't have any other outlet to try to vent. And, he went into the arms of that group that he joined. It's just things like that. It's little things. If you don't have anybody to talk to at the end of the day, you will fall out to the wayside and go to other sources that are not such a good influence. So being a parent, don't think that being a parent is a terrible job. All you have to do is just let your child know that you're there for him or her. They can talk to you about anything. Even if it's something that may be against how you feel, please don't chew them out for them telling you how they feel. They come to you because they feel and believe that they can trust you and use the information that they're telling you to help them make a better decision. Those children all did the right thing by telling the warning signs, but the parents didn't do anything until it was too late. I like that the grandmother, she took action, and she did what she had to do. But if everybody heeded the early warning signs, parents and adults, I feel that this situation wouldn't have been as bad. Be a good parent. Be a listening ear. That's all. That's a great thing to do.